Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND, and today I wanted to talk to you again about accountability. And okay, now half the people are going to turn this video off because I don't want to hear about that, but you need to hear about it. Take it as motivation. You need to do the recovery work. There's no magic pill, there is no magic therapy. Well, ERP is kind of magic in a sense, because it really does work for OCD and for everything else. So I consider it magic. But there is no therapy that will do the work for you. ERP is extremely difficult. It is draining. You will feel tired. You will feel like you're going against what you should be doing. OCD feels very real. All of that is valid. All of that happens to absolutely everybody who's going through ERP, who's doing the recovery work. But there is no other way out. And the longer you wait to really push with recovery work, the more of this work you're going to have to do, because OCD, I mean, if you kind of take one step forward, one step back, so you're doing some recovery work, but not enough to really push yourself forward, but also not enough to really fall back, you kind of keep your head above water type of thing, then it might stay the same all your life if you don't push more than that. But for most people, as they go, they start to feel worse because the OCD starts to overwhelm them, so it does tend to get worse over time. So you have to look at it this way, that either I win or OCD wins, and I can't let OCD win and take over my entire life. So I'm just going to do the work, and how do you do the work, right? Refusing the thoughts. But you can't say, okay, tomorrow I will start to refuse the thoughts. This is from the same playbook when people say, well, tomorrow I'm going to go on a diet, tomorrow I'm going to quit smoking or whatever. You know what I mean? It's no, now. In the next hour, you're listening to my video right now. After this video, are you going to go back to doing compulsions, to doing rumination, or are you going to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm putting my foot down. I'm refusing. I've had enough of this. I've suffered enough. It's been too long. I haven't got anything to show for it. All of the compulsions I've ever done, all of the reassurance I've ever received, it was all for nothing. So saying that at this point I've done enough and I believe I am done, and saying that from a position of power, how you see how I'm talking right now, not fearing OCD anymore, saying I've done it, I'm done, I'm moving on, I'm making this decision. And if I'm wrong, I would rather be wrong than deal with OCD, because most of these situations that you worry about, what are you really worrying about? Having a severe illness? Well, OCD feels pretty severe, right? Going to jail? You're already in jail. Something bad happening? Something bad is already happening with you having OCD, right? So let's fix the problem that we know for sure exists. And then if the problem that maybe, first person in 10 years of me doing this, maybe you're the first person for whom this would be true. I don't think so, right? Let's deal with the make-believe problem somewhere in the future, but let's fix the OCD now. And the way we fix OCD now is we disregard these make-believe problems when the thoughts about them come up. And that is the entirety of the work. And it's simple in the way we can word it, but it's complicated in practice when you actually have to do the work, because it's tedious. You have to repeat the same thing over and over again, and it's hard when the anxiety is overwhelming. So, but if you do the best you can, and like I say all the time, just 5% less each day. You still can do 95% on any given day, but if you go 5% less each day than the previous day, then eventually you'll get down to zero, and it will take 20 days. And again, like I say, even with setbacks, 30 days, 40 days, you'll be done. You'll be down to zero. And from there, the thoughts will start to really fade away, because now you're not powering them up at all. So whatever was residual that the brain held on to, it will start to fade away. And like I say, about 6 months, In 6 months is for the brain to, I wouldn't say fully heal, I would say you're looking at more of a year to fully heal, if not more. But for you to feel like you're a brand new person, it's only really a few months. But after that few months, like 2-3 months go by of you actually doing, intense work, I mean, right? You still have to be careful with stress levels and things like that. So I'm always kind of very weary when the clients are, I'm feeling so much better, I feel like I'm a new person, I'm recovered. I'm like, okay, I'm happy for you. Take it easy. Don't do too much stressful things, because it's like you need to make sure that you keep your mental state in check, because if something comes in that's stressful and you react the wrong way, and OCD will start to send you, or your brain will start to send you OCD thoughts. Because if you react badly to stress, to real life stress, it will send you OCD thoughts because it doesn't understand the difference between the two. So it thinks that, like the logic is that, well, if you are scared or worried about this, maybe I should bring up that one situation that you've been worried about for a while. Remember that? Yeah, I'll send that as well, and that's why it sends that to you. So you have to kind of be careful that, it's like, yes, it's good that you feel better, but cautiously optimistic is the best kind of way forward. So, and again, putting in the work. If you do it, right, it starts to become, after a while, after your anxiety drops from a 10 out of 10, which is, through the roof anxiety, to 6 out of 10, it starts to become like a game. Let's see how many times I can disregard the thought. Let's see how many times I can push through today. And you start to record it, and then you see progress, and you're motivated to do more. Again, kind of like the diet, that when you start to actually succeed at getting the results that you want, right, you start to kind of want to do more, you get motivated, those kinds of things. But it's choosing to do the work every single day, no matter what. That is your main priority. If you don't do OCD recovery, it's going to affect every other area of your life. So that means that this is the most important thing you need to do right now in your life, and this needs to be the focal point. So I hope you find my videos helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I do daily videos about all things OCD. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to do the recovery program, as always, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. You can sign up from there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.